Hey friends, I want to tell you about a record label that I'm obsessed with right now. About a year ago from the time of recording this, almost exactly a year ago, we launched Label Mates, which is a 6-week intensive for new and soon to be record label owners. And so we launched this, our very first one. We've had 3 ever since, but our very first ones happened at the beginning of January of 2024. And it was this new idea. And I think about like 9 or 10 of us met on Zoom once a week, and we tackled everything there is to know about starting a record label from scratch. And so we had people from all over the world join our group, and at different stages, different ages too. It's a really diverse group. Anyway, what I want to show you is the results, a success story from that very, very first group that met in January of 2024. And it's this record label. I'm going to butcher the name because I'm Canadian and this is from Hawaii and it's hard for me to say, but it's Lo'ahai Records. And I've got their first 2 releases here. And so this, just on its own is a cool success story. I'm holding 2 records from a record label that this time last year didn't exist. So I hope that this is encouraging for you. And I really want you to check out Label Mates because building a record label with a community works. And I'll prove it to you. So my friend Dean, who participated and listened and chatted with everyone in our group, had this idea for a very specific type of label based where he's from in Hawaii, and preserving and celebrating some of the indigenous artists from the island. This is things we talk about in the group, is the importance of having some sort of unique selling point, some sort of differentiator for your record label. And Dean had one, but he had no record label. He was just learning at the time. This was his very first release and on vinyl. And you can see, look, it's got this gorgeous, what do you call this? That spine wrap. It's like an obi strip, but it wraps around the spine. This is a fantastic record. It's like ambient, classical, experimental. It's incredible. He sent this to me. I absolutely love this album. And this came out in the fall of last year. And this is a record. This is their second release that hasn't released yet. He sent me a copy of it as well. And this is so, what do you notice about these 2 records? Look how good he's doing already. It follows the same template. The artwork is the same. Everything looks the same. It's like a series. It makes you want to collect them all. And the spines look the same. I have them in bags because otherwise the obi strip on the side falls off. But this blows me away that these 2 records, not only did these records not exist a year ago, but this entire record label and the concept of the record label was just an idea 1 year ago today. And here we are with the first 2 releases of this incredible record label. And I am obsessed with watching what Dean is building and helping and following along. And I really hope that this is a record label that grows into something that's around for 10, 25 years. As you can see from those records, and I'll put a link down below, he's off to a really good start. Anyway, you've heard me talk about Label Mates before. You can go to otherrecordlabels.com/labelmates to learn more. You can register right now and reserve your spot. We keep this group really small. We try to aim for about 10 or 12 maximum. This particular group is meeting at 1 p.m. Eastern, starting on January 21st. It's a Tuesday at 1 p.m. And every Tuesday for the next 6 weeks, we meet, we tackle a different subject. We bring in some experts that we get to pepper with questions. And what's special about it is your record label is very nuanced. You have very unique questions, whether you're an ambient classical record label from Hawaii or you're a bluegrass record label from Sweden. You'll have very specific questions. And so that's what's great about Label Mates, is that we can come together and help build each other's record labels. And I just want to remind everyone, this is for people of all ages, all walks of life, all genres, all stages in your career. We are accepting of everyone. So please don't be afraid to join. If you don't like big groups, you want to keep your camera off and maybe not participate for the first couple of weeks, that's okay too. You don't have to talk. I won't put you on the spot. I do a little bit sometimes, but go to otherrecordlabels.com/labelmates. And I hope that in 1 year from now, I'm sharing your story with our community.